The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here on this Thursday, the 5th of February. We're looking at the Dow down almost 400 points at 49,100. Now, this is very interesting. Look, the 9-period moving average is still, this is the daily chart, it's still above the 14. The weekly chart is still very strong. However, what we're looking at here is that daily sets off the weekly, weekly sets off the monthly. We don't have to talk about the monthly because it made a new all-time high right there on the 4th of February at 49,653, which suggests that it takes you all of March before you can get a peak A. Now, there's a whole bunch of things I want to go through. I had quite a number of questions. I want you to answer them. I'll go one by one. Let me just see. First of all, I've got that. I've done that. I've done that. Okay. So the Dow is down 408. The S&P, it's missed by 5-6 points 3 days ago, making an all-time high. And what we've done is we've turned this. Remember, Tom O'Brien used to always say, the more you hit that ceiling, the greater chances are that at some point you'll break above it. But it remains just a barrier until that happens. The way I look at this is, look, we've gone in the Dow. We've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I don't want to count how many bars, but let's say 21 bars or something like that. But we've gone 7 times to the 49,650-ish area. And we keep getting repelled. But the 9-period moving average is still above the 14. The MACD is weak. The stochastic 70%, that's weak. On-balance volume is still very good. Relative strength is kind of neutral. As I'm looking at this, what I'm going to say is, it's that weekly chart that we've been monitoring. So this week, we went to an all-time high. So that means that within the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, there have been 5 times that we've been up in this 49,600-ish area. So as it's doing that, the 9 is still very strong in the weekly over the 14. The MACD is only now just turned, and it's unchanged. It's 0. And the relative strength has started to pull back over these 5 weeks, but still pretty good. The stochastic is at 87%. That is darn good. On-balance volumes pull back some. So the overall technicals here are still very, very good. The monthly chart, as I said, I don't want to talk about that. We've just begun the month and we've made a new high. So we've got to consider that 94% in the stochastic for a monthly chart. Wow, you really have to have either hugely higher interest rates. You've got to have talk of recession. You've got to have all that stuff that goes in. Remember the volatility index? I always put that in here. I'll get to the S&P in a minute. But this is such an important. I'm going to spend 2 days on this because we're at a very important moment. Look, the volatility index is up 3.46, 22.10. To me, this is a sign that says, and I've been talking about this for a little while, from that low that was made at 1298, what was that? 1338. From 1338, the low that was made back in January, 13.38, we've just been seeing steadier and steadier buying come in. The 9-period then went green. I mentioned this to Tommy about 3 weeks ago. I said, I'm watching this closely. And look at this. We've shot right up a brand new peak A. And usually I don't do these, but for the last year I have, and it's been working out very well. Chapman wave notation. So this is either a G or a C, and we're already at a high that we haven't been to for weeks. So are we already getting kind of overbought in the VIX index, meaning oversold in the market? Well, there's this whole rotation. That's why I'm going to have to take 2 days to go through this. There's a rotation going on. So the VIX is at a high right now. The Dow is now down 454. The S&P is down 80. The IWM we saw, let me just do this one. Now I can go back. So S&P is at 6802, down 81. And 7002 was a high. Here we are at 200 points lower. Add a leg D. I have to raise this up so that you can see it properly. Oh, I keep forgetting to call TradeStation about this thing that keeps popping up here. Download. I don't have to download anything. I don't know why it's there. I keep forgetting to get rid of it. Okay, look, there's a D. If there's no new high this week, and there won't be a new high this week, we've got a peak D, and therefore, at any point, if we go halfway into the rectangle down below 67.60, there's a real good chance we're going to retest the low that was made at 65.21. Going one step at a time. This is a leg B, probably a peak B in the monthly chart. Let's go to the QQQ. Now, this is one of the weaker ones. It is one of the weaker ones because it's -9 now at 596. 638.60 was the high. Here we are at 596, 40 points. That's a big deal. And we're below the halfway marker. So that just says there's a really good chance that the QQQ will go to the low of 580.74 made the week of the 21st of November. All of this will change if suddenly out of the blue by the end of the day, we've had a really strong rally that closes at the intraday high. That'll be very important. Here's the IWM. IWM is now down a little bit, down $1.90. Still, now the 9-period moving average for the first time has gone to the pink side. The last time it was there, it flipped from pink to green on the 5th of January. We went from 249 all the way to 267. Hey, that's pretty good, almost 20 points. And now we've pulled back sharply. So that's not a good sign. Now, this is the crux of the matter. Where these guys go, the general market is going to go that way. So 377.26 down 480 in the semiconductors. Wow, we missed by 1 penny going short again. The SOXS. I know some of you had that little leeway but officially we've missed it, and now we have to get a higher price. So 420.60 on the 29th of January. I may as well put that in. 420. I'm taking my time today. I know we've got questions, but I really have to do this for myself as well and for my subscribers. We've raised cash. We're being very careful here. Not afraid to go to the short side. And I'm still treating this as just a shorter term pullback. I know that I should treat it as something more because we've got a lot of weight, heaviness in all those areas that we've been discussing. But at the same time, I like to go one step at a time. So today, the day's young, but right now, the 9-period moving average has crossed negative. Let me just check something out here. Okay, we've got that. Just give me 1 second. I just need to do this. Sometimes I forget to do something for myself. We've got it. What happened? Yeah, that's it. Okay, there we go. So now what I'm looking at is the semiconductors have pulled back a little bit more now, 5.5 points. I am watching this very, very closely. There's the music already. And I didn't get, so Bitcoin, as I said, we're now out completely from our Bitcoin. Very good gains earlier on. And then I just held the position, but we took the IBIT that we had, took about a 10, maybe a little more than that gain for the very final gain. And now we're out, and there it is, a 68,095. Very poor action. I'll be back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years, with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Yeah, so as I said, I'm going to make this kind of analysis over today and tomorrow as if it was Tactical Friday. I just wanted to show you something about the VIX index. Normally, I'd be looking at the VIX and saying, we're getting very close to some kind of a reversal. But I can't say that right now. The day's young. This is. I mean, what we're looking at is this incredible rotation. Look at this. You've got the. Let's go through. Let's use this as an example. Robinhood, sharp. Look at this. 153 all-time high. Back, I think it was October, and here it is at 75. 75. Wouldn't you call that a cut in half? Cut in half, right there. But the stochastic is a flat at 6.5. You remember, I always say flat on the upside in the 95% area is fantastic if you're bullish. If you're bearish, flat at 5% is the same thing and holding. And the on-balance volume is down at the lows. MACD is still expanding. 9-period moving average is very strong. But I think there's a chance, just on a very short-term bounce level, that we might be getting close to some kind of a bounce. But that's okay, because if you raise some cash, then there's plenty of room to put money elsewhere. But look at this, the XLP. This is the, let's go. This is the XLP, the Select Consumer Staples Fund. Walmart, look at the daily chart, leg D. I did a beautiful left side, right side price time edge. Look at that, just to the low. This is the symmetry, bar symmetry from that high that was made the week of the 22nd of August down to the low that was made. That was the week of the 7th of November, 75.16. That 83.90 high was hit to the week, to the exact week. It broke out of the Chapman Wave. This is the inside wedge, green dashed target repellent line, and it just powered right through. So within that context, what we're looking at is something very, very important, because you've got Walmart, Costco, Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola, PM, that's Philip Morris, PepsiCo, Clorox, Colgate, etc. So this is really important. And within that context, that's the reason why we've remained long our PG, which is Procter & Gamble. It also did that same. Look, the left side, right side price time match. Look at that beautiful cup formation. Look there. Going to the high that was made. There, that high that was made on the 24th of October at 157.40, goes down to 138.14. You remember the double tops and double bottoms that I've been talking about? Look at this, double bottom, 138.14 on the 68th of December. Probably the 8th of December or the 6th. And then it runs all the way up to the 147 level, comes back to 137.62. It undercuts that last peak in December, January the 7th, and then it starts to rally strongly. This is only a leg C, Chapman wave inside wedge, target dashed, repellent line, took out that high that we were talking about, 157.40, and here we are at 158.64. That's part of the XLP, and that's why I'm saying you've got to be very selective here. Look at General Motors. Our General Motors today is pulling back 2 points. It made an all-time high at a peak G/C at 87.31 was the previous high. That was late January, and then on February the 4th, it goes to 86.16. And that's what I was saying to subscribers, that we are looking at an extremely bifurcated market. The stocks that have been going higher, I couldn't care less about the ones that are going lower. And that's the way it should be. So now I think I've covered a chunk of what I wanted to do. I have to go to the high-grade copper. High-grade copper pulling back sharply, the dreaded H. I drew this pattern in. If any of you are interested in my webinars, you'll know that I've got this pattern that I've spoken about forever. Well, not quite forever, but it feels like forever. It's the dreaded H. You can go straight up, straight down. You can make a cup. You can make an arch. You can mix 1 and 2 and 1 and 3. Here's 1 and 3. Bam, come down sharply, fail at a peak A or a B, and you roll over. There's the rollover, high-grade copper. Look at the rollover of gold. Down 98. Archie hasn't really confirmed because the 9 is still over the 14, still strong. But look at that wick. This is the Chapman wave inverted red Roman candle at an all-time high. Usually if it's the other way around, that signals, whew, it's all over. As we did with that S&P back in the monthly chart of October of 2008. But look at this, inverted. So if in February, no, this is a weekly chart. Let's go to the weekly chart. If there is a close below this low right here, that's the low of last week, which is at 4,700 in the gold contract. Whew, that's not good. Because you were supposed to rally up to go halfway into the wick to be able to go to the high. But if you close below the red candle, Roman candle inverted low, that's usually very good. So this is a work in progress. Look at the SI. There's the silver. Same thing. Arches over. Oh, wow. This is even worse. Minus 11. You've gone to the wick. This says that there's a really good chance. Oh, look at that monthly. This is the weekly chart. And look at that monthly. Look at the wick on the monthly chart. Inverted Chapman. Well, it's really more like a butterfly, but I also call it a potential Roman candle. If there is a close in February below 70.51, that's going to say this is going to last a little longer than a couple of weeks. All right, that's silver. GDX trading right now at, there's the dreaded H pattern right there, and the 9-period moving average did flip to pink, negative. The day's young, but it has so far done that. And look at that peak E potential in the weekly chart. So I'm just saying that this says there's a really good chance that the gold and silver and copper and platinum, let's see, platinum. Yep, A alternate count if that's, okay, there it goes to the D. Finally gets to the D over there. Okay, in the 29,000s, bam, it comes down, and now it's arching over after a peak A. We don't know if it's going to actually fail, but we're going to watch it very closely. Palladium, Pall, probably haven't notated this. Yes, I have. Peak C1, C2, comes down, dreaded H pattern. Watch it if it goes under 143 at any point in the next week. That's a big problem. All right, we've done those. Now let's go to crude oil. Crude oil right now is trading. There's the peak D. I don't know if this is going to have a dreaded H, because this is in the international sphere. There are a lot of hesitancies. Crude oil has been moving up, almost like the VIX index, just slowly moving up, walking the 9-period moving average. I'm watching this. I don't see it as very negative. I just see it as holding in a sideways pattern at this particular point. One thing I wanted to do before I forget. Oh, the dollar. Look, here's the dollar. This is a leg B to the upside. Not very strong, I must say, considering what's been going on with the gold. There it is, leg B. But look at that weekly chart. It says, oh, man, that dollar. This administration wants a lower dollar, and they're getting a lower dollar. I'll be back in a moment. Basil Chapman trying along. Okay. I just read that in the den. I'll be back in a moment. Basil, I bought the SOXS. Yes, very good. Congratulations. I'll be back in a moment. Basil Chapman, Tiger Tick.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, Roy. So I had a question about Basil. I bought the SOXS this morning at 215. Do you think the SMH could pull back to the monthly 9 EMA around 338? So congratulations. Well, I'm saying to congratulations, but you must handle the trade because anything can happen in this. But the way I'm looking at the semiconductors, look, here's the SMH down 5 at 377. The 9-period moving average, just the day's young, but it has crossed negative. The MACD see how it's expanding? Look at the aperture. Look at that between the red and the green line. Look how it expands. Look at the relative strength, how weak it's been since it went to the exact high right there at 420.60 on the 29th of January. Look at that fantastic on-balance volume. Got the exact ictus of the high. Now, when people talk about these indicators, they always say, oh, yeah, nothing ever gets... That's nonsense. The 9-period moving average is one thing, but the turnaround on the on-balance volume can be. That's the reason why I've used on-balance volumes for so many years. So what I'm saying is, there are a lot of things on the daily chart that say I have to wait for the end of the day, but I believe that we're going to get an upgrade from a sell signal maybe almost immediately to a sell mode by the end of the day if we continue down and we take out yesterday's low of 374.24. Now, the reason why I've spent so much time on the semiconductors for subscribers talking about it is that the weekly chart has still, look, everything here is absolutely fantastic except that the MACD has gone to zero. So it hasn't crossed negative yet. The relative strength in the weekly is almost doing a one-to-one to the downside. And the stochastic still fabulous at 86%. And the on-balance volume made a little double top and turned down. So not everything in the weekly chart is negative. In fact, most of it is very positive still. Same with the monthly chart. And I am calling this a leg B, possibly a peak B in February for the semiconductors. I'm not calling it an alternate count F. I really think it's a B. Now, let me go through this. Look at this. NVIDIA. Look at that. Just about to test the low of January, and that was January the 17th. December the 17th of 170.31. Today's low is 171.31. The 200-period moving average is at 170. I'm anticipating that it's going to get there. Look at the trend line that I drew in here. It's under the trend line, but the day is young in this arch formation. And that just says be really careful with NVIDIA, right? I said about a month or so ago that I think that the 212.19 high and then the 195 or 94 double top high that was made just in January, I think that we're looking at something a lot more serious in NVIDIA. So let's go advanced micro devices. I was warning about this when I was talking about it the other day. I said everything I'm looking at says the double top of 267.08 back in October and then pulls back sharply and then goes right back to 260.96. These double tops and double bottoms are lethal. I mean, well, not lethal on the downside, but they are potent, let's put it that way, as reversal signals. So this has taken out the left side low. Advanced micro devices taken out the low of the 28th of November of 194.28. I think this is serious stuff. Let's go to, let's see, what can I go to? Oh, there's ASML. What did that do? Made a peak D top in the weekly so far, peak D top in the daily, 1493.79 all-time high, and a 1493.00 open on the 28th of January, and here we are at 1326. I'm taking this very seriously. Just in the short term, I haven't yet gotten to the weekly chart. So, where are we? WP, I'm just saying that let's go one step at a time. And I'm just saying, I want to see where we close Friday, because how we close Friday is going to tell us a lot about what we do early next week. So as I see it, the SMHs right now are trading down 5.47. If they get into this candle of the 2nd of January between 368.84 and 376.34, if they get into that, that's just going to say to me that we've now begun the rollover and it's going to be very difficult to have anything but a bounce rather than a really good turn to the upside. And I'm not ignoring the fact that the VIX index has already gotten to what would normally be quite an over. Oh, it's gone even higher to 434. I'm watching for any sudden reversal. This is the most volatile phase that I've seen in the market for quite some time. We've had 1,000-point moves up and down. We've had 500-point moves. There's nothing in the Dow. And here we are. Look, we're getting to the candles that were reversal candles back on the 21st, the week of the 21st of November, went to 28.27. You remember that was rates and everything I said. Otherwise, it was regional banks. Remember the regional banks back in the week of the 17th of October, 2025, when we went to 28.99? Yeah, you just got to be. This is getting overbought. Look, it's got a Chapman wave Roman candle already this week. So I'm just looking at this and saying, don't be overly pessimistic in the sense that I say to my subscribers this morning, the generals can't lead without the troops, and the troops have been fading. Look at this, the QQQ. I mean, look at that. That's the troops. That's the broader market. QQQ, the IWM. These are the little guys. These are the little artillery. 257.19 down 3.26 now, taking out yesterday's low. Be careful. And if this is the VIX index that's only on its way to getting overbought, we might make some kind of a low maybe Monday and a really decent bounce. So that's why I'm saying let's go one step at a time. If the VIX index right now is 20 or 19, I say, I think we've got room. We're already getting to overbought levels on the volatility index. So don't get too carried away saying, oh, yeah, putting my life savings in a short position. You've got to be careful. All right, done that. Now let's get to the next thing. Question now. Oh, have a look at this. IYT, this is the transportation index, makes an all-time high. Wait, what happened? All-time high. It's down just 49 cents at 80.47. Goes to an all-time high this morning to 81.38. And I've got this as only a leg C in the monthly chart. So that's what I'm saying. This is still at highs. Why is the volatility index so high when we're at highs in the transportation? Let's look at jets. I'm sorry if you've got questions out there, but this, to me, is a very important session in the sense that I need to get a feeling for the general market. Okay, we've got the Dow down 607, S&P's down 91, and the jets, this is the U.S. Global Jets ETF, United States Airline. Why is it called global when it's U.S. Airlines? Anyway, leg E right in the Chapman wave target resistance line. All-time high yesterday. Unbelievable. I'll be back in a moment. Basil Chapman.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it and saying, be prepared that there could be a sudden turnaround at any point with that VIX index so high. I'm just watching, and this. If you don't tell me that Bitcoin, people now talking about Bitcoin for look at these 3 bars. These are the 3 bars that you're starting to hear it in the media more and more. And that just says to me that we're very close to some kind of a bounce in Bitcoin. But I think it'll only be a bounce because 79,400 is the 200-period exponential moving average in the weekly chart. That is a long way to go from the 69 to 79,000. But I'm ready for anything. But the weight of evidence is that Bitcoin has had a very serious pullback. And I have to talk about one of the people in Bitcoin who has started a fund and everything. And I got so nervous because the first time I've seen him pump something when it was actually going down. And I've never seen him do it quite like that before. He has been wrong once in a while, but mostly he's done really well. He's put himself on the line. But Bitcoin has gone from 127,750, a little double top, all the way down to today's low of 66,820. It is getting extremely overbought. That doesn't mean to say that it's going to turn around and become a major buy. I'm just saying it could be ready for a V-shaped sudden whip to the upside and then maybe do a retest. But it hasn't done it yet. All right, let's get back. So the questions came in. I can get to some questions now. They're not that many. People are very quiet. Okay, so I do want to go to this to explain something. So you've got Alcoa, which we've been long for quite some time, and it's done fabulously. But I drew this in. You remember I drew this arch formation. I said, I think it's going to come back. It's got an unconventional flat base restart to 52. It's a technique I developed a long time ago. It's like the instant restart. This is a failure instant restart where it goes to a D3 within 3 bars. This is 2 bars. It goes to a higher E, but then it goes to a deeper pullback. That says be careful. You could come back to that level. What is that level? That level is 53.74. So we're trading today's low is 56.30, still quite a way to go. And I've got a couple of days in which to get there. If this is correct, the arch formation with lower highs and lower lows, just watching it closely, but it's been fabulous. And that's the rotation that I was talking about. Look at General Motors. General Motors makes an all-time high yesterday. And today's pulled back quite sharply. But all the 914 is extremely strong. The MACD is not as good as it was. It hasn't turned down yet. It's at 0. It hasn't turned negative. And the stochastic's still at 77% and flat, which is still pretty good. On balance, volume's a tad overbought. but the relative strength has taken quite a dive, even with the high, all-time high yesterday. So I'm just watching this. It is a leg D in the weekly chart. So just be prepared that even the best of the best now could start to pull back. They could have a pullback. The others are already taking a long TQQ. This is no spin. So TQQ, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you see, now this is my issue. Long the TQQ. Ooh. Oh. SQQ, I'd be looking at. SQQ is just in a leg B. I know, you got to do what you got to do. I'm not sure. Maybe it's an intraday bounce. Yes, I wouldn't. Maybe that's the way to look at it. But I'd be really careful right now, because now there's just the first time there's a recognition that the best of the best are just starting to struggle. However, I have to go back to the XLP. Look at this, the XLP trading at an all-time high, 87.64 today. Trading right now at 87.31. Reluctant to give it up, but it is a leg D. But it's only a leg C in the weekly chart, and it is a leg D in the monthly chart. So let's just have a look at Walmart. Walmart is trading all-time high as we speak. Yep, all-time high. I was looking for round numbers. I didn't see many. Costco was doing much worse before, and now it's coming back quite nicely. All-time high as we speak. I shouldn't say much worse. But there was this big pullback from the 1,070-ish level to 844. So this is nice. Is this? And it's let me show you this. This is technical Thursday, although it's supposed to be technical Friday. There's a Chapman instant restart. I always put these in because I have found over the last 2 years, particularly with the strength of buy modes, that very often you have to come back and say, aha. So you continue the count, E, F, G, just alphabetically, but once you're within 2 bars or 3 bars after peak D, you go to a higher high, think alternate count. Then it becomes E/A, F/B, G/C, and here's your D. Is this a brand new A? And I'm not going to go there right now. I'm going to call this a D. So that just explains. It took me a long time to develop this methodology, working on the software right now. Whew, is it tough? And leg A for the weekly chart in Costco, 1,078 and 24 cents was the all-time high back in, I think it was maybe February of last year. So it's taken a year, and it's holding well. Trey. No, I realized that as soon as I saw it was no spin that did that, I knew that you were the trader. So just don't worry what I'm saying here. I'm talking the bigger picture. I need to do that right now. I don't want to go through too many others other than to say this is going to be a very important Friday close on the weekly charts. Why? Let me just go through this again. I'm going to go through, I should look at, so I think it'll be best if I can go to the IWC. I haven't updated it, but I do want to go to the IWC. That's the microchips, the iShares microchips. Go on to a leg B in the monthly chart. This is an alternate count. So that's E. Often instant restart, you always have an alternate count. That's my rule now. Just you don't have to type it in or anything. You just think alternate count, alphabet goes up, E, F, G. So this could be a G/C right there. Made an all-time high just 2 weeks ago. F and a G/C. Always put the G/C. And it's a leg B. So this is iShares, the microcaps. And remember, the microcaps, I kept being astounded at saying the microcaps, remember the bar that makes the low cannot be the high. You have to wait for a trough. So that becomes an A. That becomes a B. Then under it's got an A and a B. That's an overlapping wave. It says it should go to a C and a D. Well, lo and behold, it goes to a C. And then it goes to a D. Now what happens? Oops, not an S and a D. Oh, when it's automated, wouldn't that be fun? Okay, and pull back sharply. And look at this, that peak D, that was January, about the 22nd or so. Let's have a look. January the 22nd at 176.74, and now it's trading at 164. I'm taking this very seriously. As I say, we've raised cash, quite a lot of cash actually, we're looking to put money to work, but I'm not afraid to short. No, I shouldn't say I'm not afraid. I am afraid to short because these whipping moves to the upside have been very, very tough to deal with. So, yeah, I'm not, let's put it this way, I'm prepared to short. That's better. I'll be back in a moment for the final segment. Basil Chapman, Dow is down 584, coming back strongly. Look at this 1 minute chart. Look at that. Oh, whoopee. Look at that.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Oh, I just had a couple of questions. Yeah, let me just do this. I only got a limited time. Let me go. So Zip says, ITT Basil strong earnings. Also, Microsoft sold my options Tuesday on your advice, and that saved me a lot of money. Good. Costco generally sales are up because people are buying ahead of bad weather. Yeah. So ITT is ITT Inc. It's engineering company, all-time high as we're speaking, up 17.14 to 202.29, up 9%. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. There are individual stocks that are now doing their job, but mostly we're starting to roll over, and that makes me really nervous shorter term. So a question came about FTX. FTX is trading up huge. Look at this. It made an all-time high today. So FTX, I said, is out of UPS and FTX. FTX is a proven winner. It's doing fantastically. UPS is also doing very well. It's up. It's down a little today, but it went to a leg D. But I think FTX is actually the proven winner. Now, the final question is ETH. A was that? Let me just do that if I got it. Yeah, just be really careful. This is like ETH is the same as the Bitcoin. Just be careful. I do think it's getting very close to a reversal for a bounce, but wow, this is it's not good. All right, as we're wrapping up here, I'm going to say stay tuned for Steve Rhodes and check out my opening call, my daily newsletter. And I think I'm kind of pleased with what we've been able to do in this particular phase of the market. Now, there's one other thing that I wanted to mention was within the context of the overall market. Remember, we were playing the generals are now taking a breather, and the troops have been very weak. Do the troops start to find some support? And that's really what we're looking at right now. I'm just making metaphorical comments, but most importantly, the VIX index. I am a little concerned that there could be a sudden turnaround because the VIX index is at 22.55. We could easily get a little bit of a pullback there because it's very, very overbought shorter term. I'm just talking about very short term. So wait, will we make it a low on Monday? They may have a nice rally. I don't know. All I'm saying is that be very careful. If you raise cash, you can always put